Hi, Gary here. Financial literacy. Now, you have told us this is the most important subject area that we've ever covered in our newsletters, blogs, and other videos. We get huge response in this area, so we decided to set up a 5-part blog series over the next month, this being the first part, to cover this area. And it is so important to most of you because of the fact that this is where all the major decisions take place in life. It's about both the psychological, the art, and the financial, the science side of it. You know, what's going on with these two pieces. And they're just wrapped together. There's no way to separate them. But I want to start first by having a definition of what financial literacy is. And this is from Wikipedia. And it basically goes like this. Financial literacy is the ability to understand how money works in the world, how someone manages to earn and make it, how that person manages it, how he or she invests it, and how that person donates to help others. More specifically, it refers to the set of skills and knowledge that allows an individual to make informed and effective decisions with all their financial resources. I think that says it fairly well. It's a pretty good definition of it. So we want to do these next 4 parts after this based on 4 segments that we see out there of folks that are learning about or living with their money. It starts with, you know, the young folks, those kids that are just born up to 3, 4, 5 years old, where they start to understand what money is all about up until their teen years. Now, we know that at age 3 or 4, children start to learn about needs and wants and desires and build a psychology around money based on their parents and their individual family units. That's where all that education starts. And for most people, that is primarily what's with them their entire life. So we know to start young, like any other education, is a great place for that. And in the next part, we're going to go over how that takes place right up through the teen years. Next, we get into the next part, which is really getting launched out into the world. That's primarily the millennials today, you know, those born in the early 80s up through 1995. Now, what's important to them? Well, they want to get out in the world and be successful. They need to get a job. They want some security. They want the American dream still, having a house. They want to be recognized for their abilities and have advancement. They're really starting off in life. And again, if they haven't had those skill sets on money and the emotional decisions and psychology around it, that's a place to start that off. Next group we have are really the Gen Xers and the baby boomers. Now, this is the mass productive lot of folks right now in our economy. They're the ones in the age of 30 to 65 who are driving a lot of the productivity out there. They have lots of decisions that are made on a continual basis between having children and families and then college decisions and parents to take care of. There's just a whole litany of things going on. And during this time frame, there's just lots of decision making that comes along and ways to make those decisions very well and to be able to set themselves up for some kind of a future lifestyle in retirement mode. Finally, we get to folks who have retired. They're in a different circumstance financially because their situation is really primarily about structure. It's about making sure they don't lose what they've got, number one, to make it through until whenever they should pass away. But the other part that they're dealing with psychologically is the uncomfortableness of talking about money with their children or grandchildren, nieces and nephews, because there's lots of decisions here. They may become disabled. There's going to be death. There are estate issues. Lots of things take place at this time when this $41 trillion, as some think it is going to be over the next 40 years, transfers to boomers and Gen Xers and so forth. So a whole different set there, and we'll cover that in the last series. Now, what's coming up here? Well, we decided to put on a seminar in March as an entree to this April National Financial Literacy Month. And it's titled Taking Charge of Your Wealth, subtitled for those who are retired or about to retire. And it's really going to be educational in nature to talk about lots of issues from the blog. And you can go to our website at Coyle Financial and to the events page, and on there under seminars you'll find information how to sign up for it. We'll have more information in the future. So I'm really looking forward to going over these next 4 parts with you and hope to see you next time. Enjoy.